Lesson 47.
The 47th lesson.
Lekcja 47.
A lesson about Scotland, Part 1.
The little street off Piccadilly Circus was crowded with people hurrying out of a big cinema. John was already on the pavement opposite the exit looking for his friends left behind. In a few minutes, he saw them across the street.
Wow,
Said Peter, when the boys had joined him.
I like that film.
Is it the first three-dimensional film you've seen?
Yes, it is. I find it fascinating. I didn't expect the effects of space and depth to be so strong and wonderful.
I think it's the best picture about Scotland I've ever seen. It shows you the most beautiful parts of the Highlands. The lakes. You should say lochs, not lakes. It's a Scottish word. Well, the lochs if you like, the fjords and so on. The colours were excellent. The mountains were just the right shade of purple, that they are when the heather is blooming. And the rocks had the bluish shades you often see in the Highlands.
The colours showed best in the tartans, especially the kilts of bagpipers and dancers. Do you wear the kilt when you're at home, John?
Certainly, I do. The tartan of our clan is a combination of green, red, navy blue and white. Shall we walk home or take a bus?
It's rather late. We'd better go by tube.
The three friends turned into the main street heading for the nearest underground station.
Honestly, I'm very glad you've persuaded me to come with you. On the whole, I'm not too keen on thrillers, but in this cinema, the thrills are of a special type.
It was quite a sensation, like being in the picture. You seemed to be right in the middle of the mountains. I liked best the moments when the man with the camera was going down the slope of the hill on skis, or when his car entered a narrow gorge. I think I even bent to the right or to the left when he was taking the corners. I felt like skiing down the slope with him.
I wonder how they make those films.
The leaflet says they use 3 cameras mounted as one, and 6 microphones scattered all over the scene they are filming. But the sound from all the mics is recorded on one tape. That's how they produce those realistic effects. Now, Peter, you've got some idea what Scotland is like. You could see all of Edinburgh, the castle and everything.
The castle seemed to be very high on a big rock, right in the middle of the city.
So it is. Edinburgh is built on several hills, and that makes it so picturesque. You have a splendid view of the modern parts of the town from Scott's Monument in Princes Street. But you can see much farther from the castle, if the weather is fine, i.e. if you're lucky. You can see the Highlands, the river, the Forth Bridge, and even the sea. Quite a sight indeed. The Forth Bridge is the one from which you're supposed to drop a penny into the river as a kind of charm. They say that if you do that, you'll come back to visit the Forth Bridge once more. That's a silly superstition. You're too careful a Scotsman to waste even a penny. Is it true that when Scotsmen drop a penny from the bridge, first they tie the coin to a string? You're pulling my leg. We Scotsmen are economical, not stingy.
The picture the 3 young men saw in a London cinema was about Scotland. The hero of the film wandered in Edinburgh in search of his friend, and so the picture let the people have a good look at the town. He walked along the narrow streets of old Edinburgh. They looked like gorges with their very tall stone houses and narrow courtyards. He visited the castle and the Holyrood Palace, so rich in historical associations. It was like a tour with a guide. Lesson 47. Exercise 7.
Lekcja 47. Ćwiczenie 7. Przeczytaj na głos następujące zdania, akcentując silniej przyimki, a słabiej zaimki osobowe po nich następujące.
The book was for me. Don't go without us. I've heard about him. It's not very pleasant for you. You must stand behind her.